Okay, so basically my part 2 is happening now. After I got pregnant, after I had the miscarriage, after all things said and done, me and my ex-boyfriend, we were never the same, like I said in the video. Also, if you haven't seen the video, go watch it. We had so much go on at this apartment that we were living at. This is my first apartment that I lived in my adulthood, where I was paying rent, where I was adulting. I just lost my job, and obviously when you lose your job, you can't pay for rent. I decided in like a span of 2 weeks after this time that we were going to be moving out. And I told my roommates that, but my roommate was so mean to me. We just clashed way too much and we just never got along. We moved out. I told her I wasn't going to be paying next month's rent because she was lying to me. She was telling me that someone wasn't going to move in and someone did move in, and it was this whole fucking thing. Fast forward, we moved to another city. I blocked her off everything. All of that's beside the point. We moved in with my godfather. My ex-boyfriend and my godfather did not get along. I don't know why. My ex-boyfriend just had a bad attitude on him all the time, and I didn't know what the deal was. One of the biggest problems in our relationship was always money. After we lost that $20,000, me not having a job really just made it worse. Because I didn't have a job, he would blame me for like everything. It was a struggle. And I mean, that's no excuse, but at the end of the day, I was struggling because I miscarried and it was a lot. He gets a job really close to where we had moved to. You know, he started being weird. Probably after the miscarriage, but I mean, like, I think it was a gradual thing. He just like became really distant from me. Long story short, he ends up making friends, and like my ex-boyfriend was kind of like antisocial and didn't really like talk to people, hang out with people. He's introverted as fuck. I was happy that he was making friends, but working a lot later. Didn't seem like he wanted to be around me. Like, we were fighting like nonstop, and it was just, it was horrible. So we moved to this new apartment in November. Come January, things were just the worst of the worst, and he was so distant from me. I knew that he was acting weird. One day, there was the weirdest thing. He had told me not to come home because he wanted to hang out with his friends without me there. I thought that was the weirdest thing in the world ever. I mean, I let it happen. I went to go hang out with my friend, and then like I was talking to my friend all day about it. I was like, dude, this is weird. He's never done this before. What's going on? And that day, he had only texted me once, and me and him, we're the type of couple that would like text all day, talk all day. Like, we were really close. So it's super weird when we became distant. He had asked me to do that same thing again, where I don't come home because he wanted to hang out with his friends and didn't want me to be there. And I was like, okay, sure. And I told everyone I was going to work that day, but I felt in my heart that something was off, something was wrong. And come to find out, I come home, I go to the door, and the minute I'm about to open the door, my godfather is about to come out, and he's like, what are you doing here? And I was like, what do you mean, what am I doing here? I fucking live here. And he's like, you do not want to go in there. And I was like, who the fuck is she? I want to fucking see her. And bottom line, the was cheating on me. Walk in on him, he's like kissing her on my couch. I kicked his ass out, and I seriously have not spoken to him since. So yeah, that was part 2. And part 3 is going to be about the aftermath of my breakup. When I do drugs, or like when I go downhill, is because of a trigger, and this triggered me to no end. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me your favorite part, and I'll see you guys in my part 3. Bye!